Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Chi-Town Blue here with another installment of the A-List Alert coming on behalf of the Key S Expressions Publishing / Multimedia Division. We are doing big things in the Midwest, you guys. New to the channel, welcome aboard. Go below this video, hit that notification bell. You're part of the 188,000K views on the channel. My 300 subs, thank you guys so much. 300 kisses to all of you guys. Let's get started. Who's on the runway today? Chopping block is Candace Cameron Bure. Yes, ma'am. Front and center, boo-boo. That is her picture right there. I have an issue with her. And here's why. Let's get started. Shock value. Here's what I'm having an issue with. One quote that she says, demonic media. Okay, so here's the thing with me. She became the executive producer of Hallmark. She was a former Hallmark representative, meaning that she was doing all the Hallmark movies all across the board. Then she got into another aspect of Christian movies and Christian film and Christian television by going to a whole nother faith-based network. And she's given this power to come and dictate what type of programming that she's going to have on this network. And so she has decided that she's not going to cater to her universal audience, which would include the gay community. She is being inclusive and saying that one man, one woman, traditional marriage is the only focus of this brand. Do I agree with that? No, I don't. Being a filmmaker, no, I don't agree with that. No one is asking her to convert. Nobody's asking her to celebrate this lifestyle if you choose, if you have certain values and things, and, you know, if you feel a certain way. We're not asking you to change that. We're saying, hey, look, put our issues, our voices out there as well. When you are in a powerful position like that, you have to be a voice to everybody, a universal voice. So I found the Wall Street Journal article. I'm going to read to you because I like to read on my page. You know that. So I'm going to read to you the article and I'm going to give to you the feedback. The one thing that she does not understand is that there's a whole entire village connected to the people who are in this community. And she does not see the battle, the fight, the struggle that all of us go through in this arena of life. So I'm going to read to you this article. It says, Candace Cameron Bure wants to put Christianity back in Christmas movies. Hallmark's former queen of the holidays is taking her act to a new and more conservative channel. This is her quote, my heart wants to tell stories that have more meaning and purpose and depth. That sentence right there. So you mean to tell me that by sharing a story of two people of the alternative lifestyle, that it does not have any meaning or purpose or depth to it? I question that totally. Because that community treasures their relationships. Claremore, Oklahoma. Candace Cameron Bure is on a fake snow-covered set shooting a church scene for her new holiday movie, A Christmas Present, when it comes time for her character to feel the sudden presence of God. A tech guy stands on a ladder, waggling two plates of glass in front of a light to create a shimmering effect on her upturned face. The crew uses black electrical tape to outline the church's stained glass cross so it will pop on the screen. Miss Bure works herself into tears for each take, asking the crew to play an emotional Christmas song again and again so she stays in the mood. Miss Bure isn't just selling a made-for-TV moment, but a Christian epiphany for the masses. In recent years, the actress has reigned as a secular Christmas rom-com queen of the Hallmark Channel. But earlier this year, she left the TV movie giant for a more sweeping role at Great American Family, an upstart cable channel that is positioning itself as the God and Country alternative for holiday entertainment. My heart wants to tell stories that have more meaning and purpose and depth behind them. And Ms. Bure, who is 46 years old, I knew the people behind Great American Family were Christians that loved the Lord and wanted to promote faith programming and good family entertainment. Christmas movies on the small screen represent a booming business generating at least $500 million in ad revenue each year, according to industry analysis. These days, the genre that Hallmark pioneered is everywhere, from major streaming platforms like Netflix to more niche channels like the Food Network and HGTV. While the movies may differ, most share an abiding reluctance to dwell on Christianity. Here's the thing with me. You cannot tell me that you are in the middle of a battle with two networks and money doesn't play a factor. You cannot tell me that. I don't believe this. This is all fluff to me. There was a bidding war, and Great American Family offered her more money than the Hallmark Channel did. Because faith in Christianity is a $147 billion industry. That's with the churches, the merchandising, the teachings, everything that the foundation of faith is based on. It's a $147 billion industry. So you cannot sit there and tell me that she was not going into a Hallmark Channel and bidding war against the Great American Family. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. Money had everything to do with this move. She can sit and say Christianity all day. But you cannot negate the universal structure of family. It's universal. And every family structure is different. To me, it's a form of discrimination when you say that God only loves one man, one woman, period. That is not true. God loves all of us. And so why wouldn't you want to showcase the universal family? You can do you don't have to do a program where you have couples that are engaging in, inappropriate behavior on the screen, but you can deal with their issues. The community goes through healthcare issues, being looked upon society-wise, discrimination in the workforce, discrimination everywhere. They deal with that. This community deals with that. I think about a story about Michael. Michael was out of Chicago, and this was some years ago. And Michael was found unalive. And so what the Chicago Police Department, after they did their investigation, they found out that he was of an alternative lifestyle. And they said, the patrons said that he was trying to make passes at certain people in the bar, in the establishment. And that's what caused him to be unalive. And the way that they described how he was left, it broke my heart. It broke my heart. And that story lingered with me. And then I found myself in a situation where my daughter, my child, the one that I gave birth to at 13, came out and said, hey, look, this is how I feel. And the safest space and place for a child, a teenager, a young adult to come out is with family. And you guide them through that process together. That's agape. That's unconditional love. And she's missing out on all of that. Now, Great American Family enters the scene with the opposite point of view. With a name that conquers red state pride and content that embraces faith, the channel is presenting itself as the choice for Christians who think Hollywood is ruining Christmas. Miss Bure, a former child star best known as DJ Tanner from Full House, is the religious influencer who serves as its face. The reason why I bring her up is because this is me. When she was on Full House, ABC's Full House, she played DJ Tanner, okay? She made a statement about the media being demonic. My thing is this. You were on ABC. ABC was not a faith-based platform. You made $14 million in revenue off of your character on a non-faith-based platform. So how can you turn around and say now, hey, look, I'm going to discriminate against a whole community of people? And don't think that that community did not support you on Full House. Did not support you on Full House 2, Reloaded. And it was doing well. You kept it going for 4 seasons. So the money was just that good. And now you want to alienate a whole community and then hide behind the Bible. I have a problem with that. A major problem with that. If that's the case, and if that's how you feel, give the $14 million back to ABC Network. That's what I say to that. She's the key piece in what we're doing. Spiritual or faith-based content is grossly underserved, said Bill Abbott, chief executive of Great American Media, who oversees the new network. When he discussed his channel on a podcast from the lifestyle site Family Savvy, recently he referred to the entertainment business as a sewer. Wow. The former chief executive of Hallmark Channel parent company Crown Media Family Networks, Mr. Abbott has helped guide Miss Bure's career for 15 years. Great American Family, then called GAC Family, launched as a rebranded network last year. Discovery Inc. sold the country music and lifestyle outlet Great American Country to a company formed by Mr. Abbott with Hicks Equity Partners. The firm is owned by the family of Thomas Hicks Jr., co-chairman of the Republican National Committee. Mr. Abbott said the firm owns a small minority stake in the business and that the channel doesn't take any political positions. Hicks Equity Partners declined to comment. Well, the thing with me is she still is creating a divide between Christianity and the gay community because she made a mint off of that community. You cannot sit there and tell me that that community did not support her when she was on Full House. And like I stated before, if you are that unhappy, then give the $14 million back. But she's not going to do that. She's serving her own selfish gain by doing this. The channel's formula is what Mr. Abbott calls soft faith. A Christian message, he said, is there for viewers who are looking for it, but doesn't aim to Great American Family also offers holiday films that follow conventional secular storylines. The New York advertising hotspot who falls in love while trying to sell the farm family, the luxury travel blogger who stumbles into romance at a bed and breakfast and the like. In A Christmas Present, Mrs. Bure, go-getter, real estate agent Maggie has hit a bumpy patch in her marriage. With her husband, 2 children, she visits her brother Paul, a recent widower whose late wife brought him into the church's fold. Paul repeatedly praises Christianity to be stressed out sister, certain that he'll be reunited with his wife in the afterlife and grateful to his faith for getting him through the loss. One of God's greatest gifts, and it doesn't require rapping, he says. Mr. Abbott has hired Hallmark talent, including stars Danica McKellar, best known as Winnie Cooper from The Wonder Years and Full House, alum Lori Logan. Okay, Miss Logan, who played Aunt Becky on the show and spent 2 months in prison for her part in 2019 nationwide college admission scheme, will appear in a Great American Family movie in January. Oh my goodness. OMG. So you want people to swallow the fact that these people have somehow converted into Christianity after she spent 2 months in prison after a college admission scheme. You want everybody to bypass all of that, but you can't give a platform to the gay community. And nobody's saying, look up and all of a sudden you like women. Our issues are very, very important. Me as a parent supporting that community, we have a voice. And if you want everybody else to look past the background of Aunt Becky and look past this and look past the fact that DJ Tanner was on a worldly secular program and made $14 million, why can't you extend the issues and show the issues of the gay community on your platform? It's a form of discrimination. I really believe that. All of them will appear in a Great American Family movie in January. In an interview with Variety, Mr. Abbott called her America's sweetheart, regardless of whatever happened. Mrs. Burr's participation in the network, he said, was essential. For me, she's the key piece of what we're doing, he said. And there she is, TJ. In her book, Reshaping It All, Ms. Bure described the period between child stardom and her adult career as difficult. She often felt isolated, dropped in random cities to follow future husband Val Bure, a Russian-American professional hockey player, as he pursued his career. In the midst of this loneliness, she developed an eating disorder. Her binging and purging started in Montreal while living unmarried with Mr. Bure, as a good Christian girl ought not to do. She recalled in the book. Okay, wait a minute. We can't glance over this. We can't glance over these things. Here it is, you're unmarried, living with your now husband, and you write about it in a book to be sold and make a profit off of. And you want to gloss over it as good Christian girl, what a good Christian girl is not supposed to do. And you want to gloss over that by using fluff terms. This is major. It's like, how can you cast these stones against the gay community and you have all these skeletons that's coming out of your closet? First, you were young on Full House, and all these young actors and actresses are coming out with stories where producers have taken advantage of them, and it didn't touch you, and you never had to, quote unquote, sell your soul out for the $14 million. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. You want everybody to gloss over the fact that you were shacking with your baby daddy, your husband now. Come on. That's the pot calling the kettle black. And that's totally unfair. It's totally unfair. She reached out to her brother, Kirk Cameron, a former child star from the sitcom Growing Pains. So you guys have to look at this. Both of them have a joining gross amount in wealth of $24 million. $24 million. She reached out to her brother Kirk Cameron, a former child star from the sitcom Growing Pains, who directed her to The Way of the Master, a book by Christian author Ray Comfort. After reading it, she too became a vocal Christian. Using their sitcom names, Mr. Cameron said he felt humbled that God can even use Mike Seaver to nudge DJ Tanner to love the Lord with all her heart, mind, soul, and strength. Here's the thing with me. You can't alienate a whole community of people and then gloss over the things in your life that are contrary to your now banner of quote unquote salvation. If you want people to accept you and your cast for who they are, making mistakes, why can't you give that back to a community that has supported you over the years? That's my issue. Miss McKellar said her life changed dramatically thanks to both Mr. Abbott, who revived her career, and Miss Bure, who gave her a Candace Cameron Bure brand Bible and took her to a Palm Sunday Passion play. After that, she found her faith, a religious journey she shares on the network's app. We're really here to spread joy and to spread love and happy, good feelings, she said of the channel's mission. And then another thing too, I still have to point this out. With her doing this, we have to take a look at also the African American factor in viewing when it came to Full House and Family Matters. They were all on ABC together. Family Matters was an all African American cast, okay? Full House was not. So what they ended up doing was, which I believe, to get the African American viewers, they did little things like they have DJ Tanner with Janet Jackson's poster on her bedroom wall to get the black view. You know what I'm saying? And then they have the Smollett sister come in. And then Tia and Tamara's little brother come in too to get the black view. So they did all of those things, and she was a part of that. And now she wants everybody to gloss over that. But that's how people know who she is. That's how she was able to make her $14 million. But now you're going to exclude a whole community of people when you yourself didn't come out the gate right. Totally unfair. And now she says, at Great American Family, Miss Bure is now the Chief Creative Officer, Power, which allows her to produce religious titles under the Candace Cameron Bure Presents banner. She is involved in content creation and curation across many genres. For this season, Miss Bure produced a secular film, Christmas on Candy Cane Lane, starring former Full House Andrea Barber. I'm so happy to have Candace be my guiding light, Miss Barber said. I thank her every single day. So, she's in a very major power position. And this is called running to God. And you guys can go in detail. Okay, so Miss Bure was born in Los Angeles to Robert and Barbara Cameron. She'd been auditioning by 5 years old and soon landed small sitcom roles and TV ads. In 1987, at the age of 10, she got her break on Full House, which starred Bob Saget as widower, Danny Tanner, raising his 3 daughters with the help of his brother-in-law and his best friend. On the sitcom, she played DJ, the eldest Tanner's sister, until the show's finale in 1995. After a decade of motherhood, she turned to acting in 2008 with her first Hallmark movie, followed by more TV roles and a turn on Dancing with the Stars. In 2016, she reprised DJ on Fuller House, which ran for 5 seasons. So, you cannot tell me that it had nothing to do with money. All of these attributes, all of these accomplishments came with the paycheck for her, which is why she's now in the executive position that she's in, because this network offered her a very good financial compensating deal to have this total control, total role, total power in what you're going to present to the world. That's no better than BET only showing hip hop and R&B music and our shows. You're being inclusive when the viewership is universal. It should be universal, which should include the gay community. Let's see. She says, I knew she was going to grow up to run the world someday, and she's getting close to it, said John Stamos, who played Uncle Jesse on Full House. Even as a child star, he said, she was an old soul. And there she is. Inappropriate bathing suit, though. It's very inappropriate for her age. Okay, so Miss Bure became a co-host on The View in 2015, another worldly secular, still ABC network. While on the daytime talk show, her opinions made her a cultural lightning rod. In one episode, for example, she defended an Oregon bakery that refused to make a same-sex couple wedding cake. We do have the right to still choose who we associate with, she said in 2016. She announced her exit from the show. Wow. Wow. That's a form, to me, again, that's a form of discrimination. It really is. You decide not to cater or do your business for everybody. Everybody's money is green. Mr. Abbott, who brought her into the holiday movie world, is also no stranger to the culture wars. During his tenure at Hallmark, which was marked by tremendous growth, the channel drew criticism that its programming was slow to embrace diversity. Now you guys know exactly. Did I just not mention that? I mentioned how they took Full House and how they tried to get the black view by having Janet on the wall of DJ's bedroom. They even went so far as to have DJ's hair look like Janet in the poster. Diversity. What do you think diversity is? It's us. It's the gay community. My goodness. Then in late 2019, Mr. Abbott refused to air commercials for the wedding planning website Zola that featured brides kissing, sparking outrage and sending boycott Hallmark trending on Twitter. Hallmark apologized to viewers and reinstated the ad. Mr. Abbott left the network soon after without explanation. Here's the thing with me. Hallmark is known for gift cards and things of that nature. They are catering to everybody, and they have to, because that's their brand. That's what they are supposed to do. It's a universal. Love is universal. It's not inclusive. It's not inclusive, and it's not. It's a form. This is just a form of discrimination. A form of discrimination. You're going to discriminate against me because of my sexual orientation, and then you're going to hide behind the Bible about it. Mr. Abbott said the timing was coincidental, and he left in search of a new challenge. Ms. Bure declined to discuss her departure from Hallmark, beyond saying it basically is a completely different network than when I started because of the change of leadership. Hallmark executives declined to comment on Great American Family. A spokeswoman for Hallmark emphasized the network's commitment to storytelling that reflect diverse perspectives, which is exactly. We want all viewers to see themselves in our programming, and everyone is welcome, the spokeswoman said. American Great Family pushes both Mr. Abbott and Ms. Bure deeper into culturally conservative territory as other networks are taking steps to triumph diversity. Next month, Hallmark debuts The Holiday Sitter, the G-rated network first original holiday film solely focused on the LBGT love story. Asked if she expects her channel to feature same-sex couples as leads in holiday movies, Ms. Bure said no. To think that Great American Family would keep traditional marriage at the core, she said. Wow. Wow. And so she just blatantly said that. There will be no same-sex couples on her platform. And to me, again, that is a form of discrimination. I think that Great American Family will be kept traditional marriage at the core, she said. Mr. Abbott was vague in his thoughts on the subject. It's certainly the year 2022, so we're aware of the trends. He said, there's no whiteboard that says yes, this, or no, we'll never go here. Miss Bure channel switch comes with risks. The small network isn't included in many basic cable packages and lacks an exclusive streaming platform. Its primetime audience is a fraction of Hallmark's, drawing roughly 333,000 live total viewers for last month's premiere of Destined at Christmas, compared with the 1.89 million who turned in for Hallmark's We Wish You a Merry Christmas the same night. People who don't know where to find great American families holiday movies are instructed to text Christmas to a phone number or check the channel's website. Miss Bure, a mother of three who lives with her husband in Malibu, California, says she hopes all viewers will appreciate her movie's message, which calls for people to slow down and savor moments with loved ones. I want to be able to tell the story in a beautiful way, but also that is not off-putting to the unbeliever or someone who shares a different faith, she said. At first, the set of A Christmas Present, out November 27th, looks like that a typical holiday movie, fulfilling the industry's unofficial rule requiring Christmas in every frame. Two crew members lay down on snow outside the church, actually a white ground covered under fluffy bits of white paper. She carries a bucket, patrolling for bald spots. For falling snow, they use a bubble machine whose output resembles flurries on screen. In the pivotal scene that the production is shooting, Miss Bure's Maggie, who avoids religion, rushes to the church to deliver a pie. That's when she experiences a revelation. The crew grapples with what they call the God light, or a flickering beam that comes during Mrs. Bure's spiritual interlude. A crew member objects when the light gets too bright too fast. That's a little hallelujah-ish, he says. A producer fixes the heavy church door, whose jarring slam keeps killing the vibe. A crew member inhales a snow bubble and coughs. Ms. Bure said the channel gave her the freedom to make a holiday movie that wasn't a rom-com, dispensing with the snowball fights, peppermint cocoa snuggles, and other tropes. Okay. My own kids have said, Mom, are you leaving the big city and going to the farm, meeting the love of your life? Ms. Bure said, adding that she still plans to appear in those type of movies in the future. Those are all fun things that we love, but we see over and over and over. So we got through that, you guys. Let me say this to her, if she is ever getting this article and watching it. You cannot alienate God's people. And God's people include the gay community. We are all a part of God's body, basically. We are. You cannot have a major platform and discriminate against a body of people. Even if you say, I don't want you guys to be affectionate towards each other, but just to still get the message out, you are not going against anything. You're not. But love is love. It's unconditional. It's agape. And it comes in every form. It's not for you to get this power and play God. And if you are that hung up on it all, then give the 14 million back. As you made 14 million playing DJ Tanner, who was not a Christian, on screen. So how can you now say that the media, the same media that gave you your comfort, that gave you your millions, is the same media that you're now bashing and trying to separate communities. It's unfair, and there is no excuse for it, and I will not be supporting the platform. I won't. Because there's no possible way you can tell me that you want people to buy your book, no matter who they are. You're not discriminating against them if they decide to buy your book. You'll still take the money, but you just don't want to show their life and what they go through and what they endure on screen. And that is so one-sided. It's a form of discrimination. And I will continue to say that till the cows come home. So go below this video, you guys. Let me know if you agree. Is it a form of discrimination to have a network not show the gay community stories on their network and on their platform? Go below this video. Let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe on everything. And remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, are we little girls? Hell no. So do we tap on doors? Hell no. If you are a part of the Curve Nation, ladies. Oh, my V.I.P. Don't let me forget the V.I.P. before I leave. The V.I.P. is none other than Munii Long. Thank you so much, Munii. Thank you so much for stopping by the page. She has done collabs with Sukiana and Jacob Lattimore from my favorite, The Shy. Woo! I didn't know that boy could sing. He got a song out with Lotto. Oh my goodness. OMG. I know I'm late, but that's okay. I'm here now, and he has a beautiful voice. And then also she was doing YFN Lucci. She's done a collab with him, and also Young Blue, BLEU. So go out there and support everybody's arena entertainment. Okay, you guys. Remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, are we little girls? Hell no. So do we tap on doors? Hell no. If you are a part of the Curve Nation, ladies, remember to kick that bitch off the hinges. Love you guys. Take care. See you in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe on everything, you guys. Don't forget about me. Make a comment. Let's talk down below. She might get the opportunity to see it. You never know. Love you guys. Take care.